Welcome everyone. What your higher self wants you to know right now is today's time. Let's pick a card. Take a deep breath. And exhale. Pile 1 we have Demortierite, pile 2 Tigerite, pile 3 Adrine. Take another deep breath. And exhale. Timestamps will be in the description box. Pause the video now to choose your pile. See you at your pile. Welcome, pile 1. You chose Demortierite. This is going to be a reading. This is what your higher self wants you to know right now. Before we advance, I would suggest today, everyone, if you would want to leave an emoji in the comment section. It could be a plant or a flower. I will answer some of you because obviously I can't get to all of you. But some of you will get an answer from me that will be a special message, okay? So Spirit will tell me which message, which emojis to choose and to give you a message to if you're interested. So flowers and plants, okay? All right, let's get into your reading. The number 21 could be relevant to you as well as the number 3. You could have Gemini strongly in your chart or something about your third house, communication, thinking, possibly something to do with sales or e-commerce, something to do maybe with networking and social events, socializing. I'm seeing something to do with neighbors or relatives or siblings here, short trips, very possibly walking around town. But I'm also seeing making progress. Okay, I'm seeing you guys making progress here with something. Demortierite, the crystal, is connected to organization, being organized, orderliness, clutter clearing, and making lists. So maybe you're making lists and you're clutter clearing when it comes to people in your life, when it comes to your thoughts and your mind. So I feel your higher self is coming through to say, okay, look, it's time to get organized. It is time to get things in order. It is time to make lists and tick off the lists every morning, every day. And it's time to clear the clutter, to declutter. Whether it's your space, it's your mind, it is people in your life. It could also be like chores that you need to declutter. Maybe there are things that if you organize and order things in a different way, then some chores may even go out the window altogether. And there is a way of organizing yourself in a way that your chores become less of a chore, become less. Sometimes it's just a matter of how you organize yourself that makes everything easier in your life. So it doesn't have to be this hard. Your higher self is coming through to say it doesn't have to be this hard. If you just, maybe you think it's a waste of time to sit down, make a list. Maybe you think it's a waste of time to throw things away. Maybe you think it's a waste of time to put things in order and organize things. But actually, if you do so, quote unquote, waste your time doing this, you're going to gain a lot more time in the future, because if things are running in an orderly way, then you'll have more time to relax or travel or socialize or do whatever it is that fills your cup, besides, just doing things on top of things on top of things. So now, of course, you may say, well, I can do all the planning and the box ticking and the list making that I want, but God laughs at our plans. That is true, but obviously if you make 100% of these plans and you only fulfill 80%, I feel that's already good. So don't put too much pressure on yourself. Do as much as you can, prioritize, and of course, tackle things, the things you can control. The things you cannot control will be for later, for when you can, okay? So, and I also see even the process of planning. The process of planning is one where you can learn a lot. So, it's a time to organize your thoughts. It's a time to also commit those thoughts to paper, because that is already one practical step. And once you do that, the next practical step to actually do these things, at least you're doing it in a way that is structured and strategized. And you know, if you already ran through it in your mind, that is already halfway through, whether you believe it or not. So it's time to get disciplined. It's time to possibly do some journaling, writing the to-do items that you have. And this is going to help you prioritize and acknowledge what is most important to you and what is maybe more low priority on your list. This is actually going to help you feel stronger and more energized and more confident about what you're doing, more also aware of what's going on in your mind, because there's a lot that if you don't write it down, you don't really know that it's running subconsciously. And so it's interesting to see what comes out, because as a priority, you may think that maybe it's not such a priority, but once you write it down, then you actually realize that it is. Okay, so that was your first message. Pile number 1. Let's open the frame a little bit here and let's keep going with your message. Now we're doing the Astro Dice. We have 3 third house that I was mentioning, and all I was mentioning, the list of things like socializing, thought processes, communication here is big. And we have Uranus, okay, Gemini and Aquarius and Taurus energy here. Okay. All right. So yeah, actually Uranus is in Taurus, and it's interesting because recently I did another pick a card, and the same 2 came out side by side, which is interesting because it is Taurus. Uranus is in Taurus, and it's running for about 7 years. So third house, I feel there's going to be some surprise communication. You're going to have some kind of epiphany, and it's related to money matters or a garden or people in your life. I know a garden, very random, but I see a garden. I'm seeing an epiphany about stability and money that you're going to have as well. Something about accessories. I know pottery. I don't know what's going on here, but maybe you're going to have this aha moment that you feel that you want to start a garden, or you want to start pottery, or you want to do something to do with fashion or beauty. I do see there could be surprise communication coming from a Taurus. Angel number 33 could be relevant to you, and the number 6 as well. You're definitely making a lot of progress toward abundance. I do see that. You're about to get some surprise idea or some surprise communication here. Maybe both, okay? Maybe both. That's going to help with long-term stability. Okay? All right, what else do we have? Should I start with the oracle cards today? Yeah. Okay, we have grounding. Grounding. Sorry, I'm just trying to focus the camera there. The number 15 could be relevant to you, as well as now we have a 6 again. So I'm hearing something else. If you're too much in your head, it's time to start getting practical and doing things with your hands, okay? Actually moving your body around, taking yourself to the places. Like if you've made these lists or if you have these things in your head, it's time to start putting them on paper and actually doing them. Whether that is exercising, taking care of paperwork, bureaucracy, the boring stuff, going to the bank, going to the mechanic with your car, grounding, laying down on earth, or walking around barefoot on grass, whatever it is that grounds you, which is taking care of the material life, right? Because I'm seeing someone who is very much overthinking or with your head up in the ethers and not very grounded. So it's time to ground your energy. It is time to reconnect to nature, reconnect to your body. And how do you reconnect to your body? You move around. How do you reconnect to nature? By being in nature, by getting those sun rays from the sun, by touching soil, by gardening. Gardening is going to be very grounding for you. I am seeing Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy here. Gardening is going to be very grounding if you decide to do so. Pottery is very grounding. See, it's not random that these things were coming out as words like pottery, even fashion, like if you're touching fabrics and if you're making some kind of garment. These are very grounding practices, like artisanship with your hands, okay? Something to do with your hands and your body, okay? Exercise as well. And I'm seeing grass here. There's a post up on the community page that has, you can have a look at what grass cells look like, and it's amazing. So there's also a good feeling that's going to come from this grounding, and it's much needed right now in your energy. So let's see. Ace of Cups, new emotional beginning and an act of self-love. Seven of Swords, healing, moving from turbulent waters to calm waters. Manifestation with a Magician here, and a whole new existence, and walking away. And the Emperor, to take charge of your life. So you could have Aries in your chart or Gemini. It's interesting because we don't have any Pentacle energy here. So what is this saying? This is saying an act of self-love is to take control of your life right now, to take the reins and decide what it is that you want to manifest based on who it is that you are, based on what you want your life to look like in 5 to 10 years from now. And anything that gets in the way of that, you need to walk away from or heal from, okay? You're manifesting a lot of, what is the word for this? You're manifesting authority over your own life. You're manifesting authority over your own life. There's another word for this. And that's an act of self-love. It's time to give to yourself right now. Okay. Okay, I'm also seeing another message. If someone walked away from you and you know this is your romantic counterpart, as in spiritual counterpart, that person is coming back. Okay, for some of you. Ace of Cups. It's time for you to spend some time alone in nature. A lot of insight and epiphanies are going to come from spending time alone and nurturing yourself. But also there's a need for a balance to retreat and spend time with other people. And that's going to be very healing. So after a time of giving to yourself, it's also time to start getting back out there. There's going to be surprise and invitation from someone that will heal or mend a bridge between you, mend a fence between you and this person. And you're going to celebrate this. 5 of Cups. Okay, so there's a warning here. Just be careful how you're manifesting, because you could be manifesting right now from a place of lack. And when we manifest from a place of lack, this means that you are maybe focusing on the negative. So even if you manifest something good, you sabotage it with a negative thought, thinking maybe something like, oh yeah, I would love this, but it's not really going to happen because of such and such and such. You start justifying this, based on, whatever you see, whatever you know. But sometimes you just need to be delusional when you're manifesting. Even if you're not experiencing this right now, the most powerful way of manifesting is feeling as if you already have these things. So if you're feeling sad and low and down and empty and regretful and, sorry, then you're going to be manifesting more of this energy into your life. So there's just to be careful with this. Yeah. Because of past... Okay, I do see a reconciliation coming in for you guys. Something that you thought was lost, or the one that got away, or something like that, is coming back into your life. for reconciliation, doing a U-turn. I do see that. But again, don't be so stuck on the past that you're manifesting from a place of lack based on things that didn't go right in the past, okay? Just because it happened in the past doesn't mean it's going to repeat itself in the future. Queen of Swords. Okay, you could have Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius in your chart. Again, to gain control over your life, there are things that you need to leave in the past, that you need to cut out and leave in the past, okay? Even if there were good things about this thing in the past, you have to look at how this thing hurt you or how it took from you. And remember, just put things on a scale and see what weighs more. Was it what you gained or what you lost in the situation that you're considering going back to, okay? Okay. Time to breathe out. Yeah. Again, you need to spend some time alone. And why? Because you could be a little bit overwhelmed by life. You could be just being dragged into a lot of other drama that is not your own. And the stress may be preventing you from accessing something higher, something that is wanting to come through for you, and it's in the form of a surprise or an idea, an epiphany that is really going to bring in the manifestation that you want. But if you are blocking this manifestation with negative thinking, then that's something you may need to reevaluate, and you need the time to do so, to reset. And it's like time away from people. There's a balance. If you're doing too much time away from people, it's time to get back in the social, movement. If you are spending too much time with people, it's time to retreat. It's all about finding a balance here. And also when it comes to people and environments, just shield yourself, okay? You can do this intentionally. If you go into a city or into a store and you start feeling drained, before you have to feel this, you can just put a protective shield around you with the help of Archangel Michael and walk through these places by protecting your energy, because there's a lot of harsh fear-based energies that you may absorb, because you could be like an energy sponge here. And so all you have to do is envision a cocoon of healing light surrounding you and protecting you and shielding you, okay? Because it feels like you're taking on a lot of other people's energies right now, and this is having you spiral into negativity that otherwise wouldn't be yours. So just be careful of how much of others you are absorbing and how much of yourself you are sacrificing for the sake of other people's energies and the fusion between energies here, okay? So pile number 1, that was your reading. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Let me know how this resonates for you in the comment section. Of course, drop that emoji of the plant or the flower if you want a message from me. Of course, not every single person is going to get one, but if you don't get one in this reading, you will get one in the other reading. So bless you all, and see you sometime soon. Bye. Till next time. Welcome, pile 2. You chose Tiger Eye. This is going to be a reading. This is what your higher self wants you to know. So the number 56 may be significant to you, as well as the number 11 and the number 2. There's something here about ascending spiritually, ascending in life, something about your crown chakra being very lit and it's like you're anchoring transmissions from the higher realms right now. You're getting a lot of downloads of information from the higher realms when you're sleeping. Maybe you are a lot more tired and sleepy. Your higher self is saying you can be optimistic because you're going to the top. Be optimistic, you're going to the top. Just stay positive. Just stay positive, and being positive will give you the willpower that you need. How do you stay positive? Say positive affirmations in your mind. I'm going to make it. I can be optimistic about this. I'm getting there. I'm going to the top, okay? The power to manifest essence into form is what your higher self is coming through to talk about here. There's something that you are getting from the higher realms in the form of downloads. There are things that you're meant to transform into physical things or experiences or sensations in your life, okay? All that is needed right now is a clear purpose. and what is being coming to you and you're feeling nudged toward has to do with your purpose. And so you may be discovering what your life purpose is. This may be something that you may feel nudged to look into. Maybe you already know what it's about. If you don't, I actually do life purpose reports based on your natal tropical astrological charts. So if you're interested in that, my email is in the description box. It's cosmology11111@gmail.com and not cosmology1111. It's 5 ones, okay? Everything begins with an idea, okay? So, and this idea, have you ever had these ideas where you don't act on them and then someone else does? Well, they're saying there's an idea coming through that you don't want someone else to act on. It's yours. So there's something you need to do about it. Okay. And it's something big. It's something big. All right. We have the Sun, Pisces, and sixth house. Gemini, Leo, and Pisces energy could be somewhere strongly in your chart. Okay, so the Sun is shining on your 6th house in this reading, meaning, but also we have the 12th house with Pisces. We have the Pisces Virgo axis going on here. So there's a need for a balance here. The focus is on balance, and balance when it comes to your daily life, being of service, as well as taking care of routines, organizing, and health, and then a balance between all those practical things and the other side of health and being of service that is more ethereal and ungrounded. So there's a need to bridge the gap between earth and the higher realms. And again, it's about bringing something from the ethers down to this earth and manifest it in the physical, okay? Also, the spotlight is on your health, okay? Those of you who are in the health industry, whatever you're doing, whether it's natural, traditional medicine, whatever it is, I see the spotlight being on you. I see a lot of growth here. I see a lot of joy coming from this, and I see expansion and growth. And for those of you dealing with health issues, I see healing, okay? I do see healing. You're going to feel top shape. I'm seeing at the top of your shape, at the top of your energy and vitality again with this pyramid here. Again, pile number 1 could have a message for you because there's something about organizing, and that's 6th house energy. So I feel there's a message in pile 1 for you as well that you may need to hear. I do see you're going to be getting a lot of dreams, and these dreams have messages for you. So keep a dream journal. Write down whatever you can remember about your dreams, how you felt, colors, what happened, who showed up, how they show up, what people are dressing, what people are saying. Write this all down because it may not make sense now, but then it will. I also do dream interpretation, so if you're ever interested in that, you can find my email in the description box. I do have that as a service as well, and it can really unblock and help move forward and grow in other ways when we are able to interpret our dreams and put things together, even if not immediately. But again, yeah, this is all about these dice for now. We're gonna see. Yeah, we have spiritual service and the number 21. I believe the number 21 came out in the first card in pile number 1. So again, a clear indication that pile 1 could have a message for you. But again, I'm getting a direct message between these two, and the message is spiritual service is what's going to take you to the top. Okay? Plain and simple. 6th house Virgo, being of service. Pisces is about charity and being of service and spirituality. So spiritual service is what's going to take you to the top, even physically, in this physical reality. Okay? The number 21 and the number 3 could be significant to you. I see the more you connect to your higher self, the more you connect to your soul, the more authentic you are and moving about in the 3D, connecting to your soul and who you truly are, the more you're going to evolve. But I do see that you could be dealing with some self-doubt here. And that could be the only thing that's pulling you back. And that is a hard habit to break. Because the doubt comes in when, you know, your intuition is showing you something, 3D reality is showing you something else, and there's dissonance there. And so maybe you stop trusting what your intuition is saying due to all these thoughts that come into your mind as you overthink things, as you try to justify things from a material point of view. That creates the dissonance, and then you start doubting your own self, your own true self. You stop consulting with your intuition, and you start looking around you for answers. And you know, this process can really slow down your own spiritual progress and the fulfillment of your life purpose in itself. So there's something about your life purpose that is connected to spiritual service. It could be that your life purpose is you maybe have your North Node in Pisces or the 12th house, or Virgo, the 6th house. Maybe you have the Sun and your North Node conjunct, possibly. And so that makes your life purpose extra important in your life, more of a focus. You know, and this process of overthinking and not allowing your intuition in is not going to stop you, but it's definitely going to slow you down. So if you're wondering why have you been slowed down in this process of living through your life purpose, well, it's because maybe you're afraid, and fear seeps in whenever you feel like moving out of your comfort zone. And so the comfort zone is your fear that you may lose that certain things as you move out of your comfort zone. And so it's sometimes you don't want to take the challenge because you're worried. And so, and also, you know, these fears and overthinking and the self-doubt could be connected to your self-concept. Like, maybe I'm not that talented, maybe I don't have what it takes, and you start questioning yourself. And so there's this push and pull and this back and forth. And it's only when you acknowledge that, yeah, you're good enough, you can do this, you are talented and skilled and experienced and knowledgeable and wise enough to do this, that you're able to take on the challenge. So there's a need for you to work on your self-worth here, and your self-concept. How do you do that? How do you ward off self-doubt? How do you ward off negative self-talk and thinking? Well, you don't. You just focus on positive self-talk, such as positive affirmations of self in the present tense, such as, I am good, I'm capable, I'm talented, I'm skilled, I'm experienced, I got what it takes, I have the knowledge I need, and I'm wise, I can do this. I'm organized, I am diligent about this, and I'm going to make it happen. So it's once you do this that then I'm seeing solar plexus chakra here, inevitably you then feel more confident, stronger, more capable within yourself, which is that sun energy as well. Very interesting. And that's going to be the force that's going to be behind the ability to move forward and be motivated and be driven by your sacral chakra, if you have that strong core center of self within you and the knowledge that you have what it takes to move forward. So if you're having any trouble affirming these things to yourself, let's say you work out at the gym, do some upper body exercises such as core, abs exercises, back exercises, arms exercises, anything that's going to straighten your back and your core and is going to make you feel, you know, very well put together. Also energy healing. I do offer energy healing as well on Zoom, one-on-one. It also helps. So all these things are going to help you get in that right mindset of starting to affirm positively as you feel better as well. Not to mention, of course, those happy hormones are all connected to this. And one thing connects to the other. And again, also, you know, if you focus on, if your mind is focused on negative thoughts, it's like your mind is going to select all the things in your reality that are going to prove, because the mind is always looking for proof, they're going to prove that what you're saying is true. Whereas if you focus on other good things in your mind, then, you know, your reality is going to start showing you proof that that is true as well. Okay. And this is very scientific. And of course, spirituality and science are connected. So moving on, we have the Page of Pentacles. You could have Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo in your chart. We have the Fool. You could have Aries in your chart. We have Six of Pentacles. Yep. And Three of Emotions, Three of Cups. And one more, Eight of Wands. All right, so there's something new you want to begin here. It could have something to do with a new project or a new place, or something to do with the material world that you want to take a leap of faith with, right? But you want to make sure that this is balanced. You want to be able to celebrate. You want to be able to get the support you need from other people. This could have something to do with other people. It could have something to do maybe with sales or products or services, and you want to make sure that, you know, you're going to get clientele, or you're going to get the patients that you need, you will find you, and vice versa. So you want to make sure that this is going to pay off. There's something here that you want to make sure that you're investing wisely in, and you have what it takes to invest in this, but you feel a little bit insecure about this, taking this leap of faith. But this is saying, you know, if you do take this leap of faith, you will celebrate. If you do take this leap of faith, things will be balanced. You will break even very fast, and you will get the communication, the support, the clients, the sales that you want. Okay? Queen of Wands. Yeah. Page of Pentacles. You're going to go from someone very insecure about what you're doing to someone who has things perfectly under control and still makes a show out of it. So what they're saying is, just start this thing, move out of your comfort zone. You're going to surprise yourself just how much you transform and how much was in you of a person that you didn't even know was there, because you were keeping yourself from that. You were being too humble about this. I do see that if you do decide to take this leap of faith, not only are you going to balance things out, they're going to turn out that it's going to make you it's going to make you be very proud of yourself, as well as others very inspired by you. Yeah, juggling, worrying about resources. You know, it doesn't matter how much you are moving forward with. You have yourself, you have your body, you have your mind, and that's all you need at the very beginning to go, because the seed that you're planting here is solid, stable, long-lasting, and prosperous. You have what it takes. Don't doubt it. Look at this, 10 of Pentacles. That is wealth. That is stability. That is health. And that is a celebration. Okay? Plus, if you have a child or more than one child, your children are going to be well taken care of. They're going to have more than enough, and you're going to make that happen. Not only will you break even fairly fast, you're going all the way to the 10 of Pentacles, which is wealth and stability and health. King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, I'm seeing 3 people here. So for some of you, you're going to get a marriage proposal, very straightforward, okay? For others of you, there's more than one suitor coming your way with an offer to get married, and you're going to have to decide, or to have a relationship that will end up in a long-term marriage. For others of you, there is someone on your mind that you're waiting to come toward you and propose a life to you, and that will happen as well. Okay, I'm seeing, for a lot of you, I'm seeing a ring, a child, or more than one child. I'm seeing marriage. I am seeing a very stable, long-lasting, prosperous life together with this person. Now, for others of you, I do see you have very clear discernment, and whatever you're doing, you have the intelligence, you have the skills, you have the wisdom, you have the knowledge, you have the talent, you have everything it takes to make this stable, prosperous, long-lasting, healthy, and something that keeps moving forward into the future. Something that does not just, it's not a one-hit wonder, if that makes sense. Meditate and contemplate is something that you need to do right now, okay? It will help you. New Moon in Pisces could be significant here. I see a new beginning for you around the last week of February. The last 2 weeks of February are going to be very, very significant here. Right now, it's time for you to meditate and contemplate upon what are those fears, those people, those things, places, situations, and circumstances that are weighing on you and pulling you back rather than helping you forward, and how can you cut the cords with these things? Ask Archangel Michael to clear any old attachments to fear that stem from past relationships, freeing you from destructive patterns, okay? Just ask and it will be done, pile number 2. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Let me know if this resonates for you in the comment section. If you did not, choose another pile. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. It helps the channel, helps me bring you more. If you're interested in watching for future videos and if you want to be notified, hit the bell for notifications. Extra content is on Patreon. Information for that is in the description box. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Bless you all. See you sometime soon. Bye. Till next time. Welcome, pile 3. You chose Agerine. This is your reading. This is your message from your higher self. Okay, so there's something about a new beginning here for you guys. Well, your higher self wants to come through and tell you, pile number 3, that you're very, very protected. Okay? And it's never enough to always ask for protection. Also, there may be a message for you in pile number 1, okay? Your higher self wants you to stay consistent. Your higher self is saying consistency is key. Integrity is key. Integrity meaning aligning your actions with your true authentic self, your core, your soul. But for that, you need to know who you are. Who is your soul? Without the masks, without the external expectations, who are you? And be integral with that. Have integrity with your soul, with your inner compass. Okay? Because it is impeccable. It is reliable. And that is also consistent. But also stay consistent. Stay consistent is your main message here, right now. You want to evolve. I do see you are someone who wants to evolve, thank goodness, but you may think that to evolve you have to compromise. You have to compromise your core values. You don't, okay? Be consistent with your core values, because that personal integrity matters. If you ever feel pressured to say yes when your heart is saying no, or to be someone you're not, you're being reminded of the importance of being reliable and impeccable with your word, especially that word towards self. Okay? Cancerian, could be in your chart, Cancer energy, South Node, all right, and 10 or 10th house. Again, now, when I see the South Node, I normally think don't let the past hold you back. But in this case, I'm going to say stick to your guns, stick to your core, to your soul, to your core values, okay? There's also something about your past or your childhood or your connection to your mother or your roots in some way, where you come from, that is going to contribute to your career. the way you put yourself out there. And I also heard, don't forget where you come from. Something about Jenny from the Block, that song, don't forget where you come from. Don't forget your roots. Take them with you. There's something from your past, from your childhood, or from your roots that you are connected to that is going to contribute positively to the way you are seen, to the way you are perceived, to the progress you make in your career, and to the acknowledgement and respect that you get from the outside external world. You could have your South Node in Cancer or Capricorn, and your North Node in Cancer or Capricorn, meaning Cancer Capricorn axis. So there could be a tug of war between who you used to be and who you're meant to become. That is very different. So if you're coming from a place of being comfortable with being at home, being cooking, being away from being seen, like being very guarded and shy, and you're being nudged into taking more responsibility, more authority, coming more into more of a masculine energy of maybe being your own boss. For some of you, you're being nudged to working from home, whatever you're doing it from the home, but also being your own boss, okay? If you're coming from a place where you're comfortable with being in the spotlight, but you've been pushing for something to be visible or to be well known or for fame, that may not be for you. That may not be the thing that makes you happy, okay? The thing that makes you happy may surprise you, may actually be you doing the opposite, turning within and being a lot more homey, okay? And this may come as a surprise to you, but just think about it. Dark night of the soul. Yeah, the number 16 could be relevant to you, as well as the number 7. So this may be a concept that you're familiar with. It may be something that you've been going through. And if you have been pulled into a so-called dark night of the soul, this means that you are ready for a more real and relationship with the divine, with your own higher self. So you may have these preconceived ideas of what is safe. You may have these limiting beliefs that you may have to sacrifice in order for your connection to the divine to happen. And it's not easy, and it feels dark sometimes to let go of beliefs that felt safe once. Okay? Because these beliefs that once felt safe are actually just your outer clothing, okay? They're connected to some form of superficiality that needs to be stripped away. Because they are acting as shields between you and absolute intimacy with your higher self and the divine. So it may feel vulnerable to let go of parts of yourself, like so-called the mask you normally wear, the role you normally play, the hat you normally wear, depending on the person and the situation. All this is getting in the way of your true growth. It's holding you back, okay? But you may find it hard to trust and to allow yourself the vulnerability, but the more you allow yourself this vulnerability, the more you will grow. The more expansion you will experience, the more abundance you are welcoming. But if it's been feeling really dark, okay, and heavy, this is you're coming to the end of this. And you will see that what you've been through has been worthwhile. But if you're feeling this darkness and this heaviness right now, it means this is exactly how you're meant to feel in this moment. You're exactly where you need to be. You're not doing something wrong. You're actually moving closer to your higher self, to the divine. and you're just going deeper. But if you don't allow yourself to see these things, you could keep dragging yourself in drama that is unnecessary. So if you feel there's a lot of drama around you, it's because you may be giving into things that no longer serve your higher self, and the drama is there to show you that it's time to let go, and you may be refusing to. 9 of Voices. I see you could be dealing with a lot of anxiety, sleepless nights, and worries at this time. Not feeling at peace. But, you can overcome this very quickly, and you will. This is like night and day. Emotional fulfillment is just a step away. You're coming out of this energy. This is letting you know that you're coming out of this energy here. And it's up to you to make that decision, to decide to get out of that energy. You have to make that decision. But you're at a stalemate here, unable to decide. The World could have Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius in your chart. 2 of Wands. Time to make a plan, how to move forward, because you may be nervous about traveling, you may be nervous about making a decision about relocating or moving somewhere, even though you know it would make you very happy. And you're at a stalemate because of your fears here. So you need to let go of the fear that is holding you back. Queen of Pentacles. Maybe you're worried that you won't have stability if you decide to do this, or you won't have enough money. You could have Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo in your chart. But you will. King of Cups. Okay, I'm starting to see something different here now pan out. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio could be in your chart. Oh, the Empress. Yeah, okay. And the 4 of Materials, the 4 of Pentacles. If you're indecisive here because of fear, and you're not allowing your intuition to come through, just know that your higher self is coming through to say that you're stopping yourself from the most beautiful life you could ever experience. Just because of your mind and your overthinking. Your ego is preventing you from being the happiest you would ever be in your entire lifetime. Because there's something you keep holding on to that prevents you from moving forward. Now, for others of you, I'm seeing, if you're worried that you will never get married or find emotional fulfillment with someone else, worry not, because your worry isn't completely unnecessary. And it's actually holding you back and creating resistance for this thing to come through. Because it's there for you. It's in your energy, just waiting for you to allow it to come in. But if you allow fears and worries to seep in, you're creating a block to this coming in. For others of you, if you want to know, there is someone here in your energy who is indecisive about you, not because of feelings, but because maybe there is someone else in their life that is making them nervous about this, or something about letting go of a past way of doing this that is getting in their head. Your higher self is coming through to say that there's nothing to worry about. You will have the bliss, you will have the abundance, you will have the emotional fulfillment, the abundance, the prosperity. You will have everything you need if you allow yourself to go there in your mind. If you allow your focus to shift onto the positive rather than the negative, onto what could go right rather than what could go wrong. You are very close to achieving your goal, whatever that is, whether it's a child, a project, travel, a relationship. Okay, I do see marriages in the cards for you guys if that's something you want, and a very happy and stable and blissful one at that. But if you're dealing with worries, that's holding you back. Fears are holding you back. So, God box. If you are dealing with fears, this could be a very effective way of warding off the fears. And it's called a God box. And it says, write any worries, concerns, or desires on a piece of paper that you put into a special container called a God box as a way of letting go and allowing the divine to help you. So, if you're having trouble having positive thoughts, if you're having too many negative thoughts, this is a good way to shift your focus by doing this very thing that has been suggested here. So pile 3, that was your reading. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Let me know how that resonates for you in the comments section. If it did not, choose another pile. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. It helps the channel. It helps me bring you more. Extra content is on Patreon. Information for that is in the description box. Bless you. I'll see you sometime soon. Bye. Till next time.